Hello, I'm Brian Tracy. For the last 30 years, I've had the pleasure of speaking to and coaching and consulting people all over the world, now in 56 countries, if you can imagine. Now, my company, which operates in 38 countries, has been credited with helping more than 5 million people achieve their goals, whether it's business or personal or sales or leadership. So it almost goes without saying, when you do what I do, people approach you with new business ideas and propositions almost every single day. So at this stage of my career, when a golden opportunity comes along, I can sense the difference almost immediately. Now, I'll let you in on a little secret. The mark of a great business is not having to convince anyone that they want what you've got. People see it, they experience it, and right away they know it will enhance their life and the lives of their family. What I want to tell you about today hits that mark like nothing I've ever seen before. It's already had a profound personal impact on my own life and on the life of my wife and members of my family. So if you'll just spend a few minutes with me, I'm going to share a wellness breakthrough with you that has stolen the attention of some of the most prominent physicians of our time. It has changed the lives of families in over 128 countries, and it's largely responsible for what experts are calling the evolution of self-care. As I'm sure you've noticed, the cost of health care has become absolutely staggering. It's $1 trillion for sick people today. If you get sick or get injured, you can find yourself in and out of doctor's office at a considerable expense of time and money and sanity, for that matter. Now in China, they have a saying, don't wait until you're thirsty to dig a well, which essentially means it's a whole lot easier to stay well and healthy than it is to have to get well afterwards. It's also cheaper. It also gives you a much higher quality of life and a longer life. And it can free you from pain and discomfort and sickness and even prolong your life and good health far beyond that of the people around you. Now imagine a technology that is so simple even a 5-year-old can use it, that dramatically aids in both healing and prevention. Which brings me to the breakthrough I'm here to share with you. Think about this. From birth, our cells are blessed with an innate ability to heal and protect us, something you know if you've ever had a cold, a cut, a pain, or sickness of any kind. This gift stems from our cells' knowledge or memory of exactly what it's like to have perfect balance and normal healthy function. What pain and sickness stems from is the degeneration of this memory and function due to toxicity, trauma, stress, pollution, even the food we eat. In other words, your body has a natural bias toward health, wellness, high energy, and fitness. The reason we don't enjoy it because of the things that we do or don't do to or for our body. Well, shortly after the turn of the last century, a group of physicists, including Max Planck and Albert Einstein, uncovered something extraordinary. They were studying electrons, neutrons, protons, and something even smaller known as subspace particles, which at that time were believed to be the building blocks of everything. What Einstein and his team discovered with a very high-powered microscope was that there was something even smaller. The next level down was a space which they called the zero-point field. And this is the revolution that we're involved in today. For a long time, it was believed that this zero-point field was essentially empty space, a vacuum, a void. What we now know is that it's actually the complete opposite. The zero-point field is an endless reservoir where all energy comes from and resonates from. It's literally the source of every cell in our bodies, the zero-point field. Since it was discovered, scientists have been trying to harness the zero-point field and the energy at which it resonates. In other words, the level of vibration. Do that and you can remind yourselves of their homeostasis or stable source or condition and restore the body's innate ability to heal and protect itself from the onset, especially of age-related illnesses. Now, after 25 years of research and development with a team of scientists, doctors, and physicists, a company called Omega Global has done just that. Their proprietary technology, known as AMized Fusion Technology, or AFT, infuses zero-point energy resonance into simple self-care tools, the results of which are absolutely astonishing, as I have experienced for myself. The only reason I'm talking to you today is that what I experienced was firsthand. After 30 years of speaking on the stage, I developed a debilitating injury in my left ankle. After a day of speaking, my ankle would get so sore I'd have to take painkillers just to get back on the plane. I hobbled around, I limped, sometimes I used a cane. I visited physicians, I went to a chiropractor, a massage therapist, until finally an orthopedic surgeon took x-rays and advised me that the only way to take away the pain was with an invasive surgery. They'd have to put 3 pins in my ankle. The operation would be painful, and it would take me nearly a year to recover from, with me walking around on one of those walkers. Can you imagine a busy traveling professional speaker on a walker for a year and in great pain? The thought to me was just terrible. Now, thanks to Omega Global, I've never needed that surgery. In less than 5 minutes with one of their simple, non-invasive self-care tools, my pain was dramatically reduced. My ankle hasn't felt this good in 30 years. It's now 8 months later, and I can now stand for hours with no discomfort at all. I can go for long walks, several miles. I can walk upstairs and through airports. It's unbelievable. I am a true believer in this technology. When you see the applications of this technology and the enormous benefits it delivers, you'll know why I believe that every household in the world needs to own one of these devices. Just like every person needs a wristwatch, every home needs a bathroom, every individual family and individuals without families has got to have one of these devices that they have available all the time. And this is but one of Omega's breakthrough products. To hear people all over the world talk about the health benefits that they're experiencing is something to behold. I was in Singapore at a major international conference of Omega Global in August, and there were people there from all over the world, and they were raving about it. Hundreds of thousands of people have already purchased this technology and are using it in their personal lives and in their homes. So to see microscopic photography and other clinical links and evidence of the cellular renewal taking place is equally astonishing. And you'll see how this once tiny little company from Singapore is making its way into households all over the globe. I decided, as can you, to come along for the ride. Omega is poised to become one of the fastest billion-dollar wellness companies in the world to date. If that sounds hard to believe, it took just 5 years to go from $5,000 in annual sales to $100 million in annual sales. That's one of the greatest growth rates of any product, service, or company in history, and we're just now expanding into North America and Europe. And this is where you come in. The beauty of AMized Fusion Technology is that it leverages something far more influential to overall health and well-being: the body's natural ability to heal and protect. And here's the critical thing, is you don't have to take and wait a week or a month to notice the benefits or results. You experience them in minutes. You experience them when you use the technology. It's a before and after is black and white. And I know for a fact, because that's what it was for me.